Under the burning heart of the desert, where the sun turns every grain of sand into drifting fire, a small desert cat moves quietly across the endless dunes. His delicate paws press softly into the warm earth as he searches for the perfect place to dig. Beneath the surface of the scorching desert lies a hidden world of coolness and silence, and he has spent his entire life learning how to carve safety out of chaos with nothing but patience, instinct, and persistence. Tonight, beside the gentle crackling of a fireplace, let us follow the desert cat into the stillness beneath the sands. In his world there is no noise, no urgency, and no need to compete with the endless rush above the surface. There is only the slow rhythm of breathing earth, the quiet comfort of shelter, and the deep peace that comes from building a home with your own hands. When the desert winds roar across the horizon and erase every footprint in sight, most creatures flee in panic. Yet the desert cat does something different. Instead of fighting against the harshness of the world, he disappears beneath it. With calm determination, he begins to dig. Each movement of his paws is careful and precise. He understands the sand better than anyone. He knows which ground will remain cool through the heat of the day and which walls will hold firm against shifting winds. To others, the desert may seem empty and unforgiving, but to him it is full of hidden possibilities. Beneath every blazing dune lies the promise of refuge. As the tunnel deepens, the world above slowly fades away. The screaming wind becomes distant. The burning heat softens into gentle warmth. Even the light changes, dimming into a peaceful amber glow that settles around him like a blanket. Inside this narrow chamber beneath the earth, the desert cat finds something more valuable than comfort. He finds control over his own existence. His shelter is small, but every corner carries meaning. Every curve in the tunnel has been shaped with intention. This place is not built from luxury or excess. It is built from instinct, patience, and trust in his own ability to survive. That is why the space feels sacred. It is proof that even the smallest creature can create safety in a world that often feels too large and too cruel. During the hottest hours of the afternoon, the desert above becomes unbearable. Waves of heat twist the horizon, and silence stretches endlessly across the dunes. But deep below the surface, the desert cat rests peacefully in the cool darkness. Curled tightly within his carefully carved sanctuary, he listens to the faint heartbeat of the earth around him. There is no pressure here to be faster, louder, or stronger. Hidden beneath the sand, he no longer needs to prove anything to the world. In this stillness, his breathing slows. His muscles soften. The exhaustion carried from endless wandering melts gently away. Sometimes, he closes his eyes and simply listens. He listens to the distant shifting of sand above him. He listens to the soft echoes of the desert night preparing to arrive. In those quiet moments, the world no longer feels threatening. It feels vast, ancient, and strangely gentle. As evening approaches, the desert begins to cool. The sky transforms into deep shades of gold and crimson while shadows stretch across the dunes like flowing water. Slowly, the desert cat rises from his shelter and climbs back toward the surface. His small head emerges from the sand, followed by those sharp, watchful eyes that have learned to read every movement in the wilderness. The night air brushes against his fur, carrying with it the scent of distant stone and dry earth. Above him, countless stars begin to awaken one by one across the darkening sky. At moments like this, he appears almost peaceful beyond understanding. There is no greed in him. No endless hunger for more. His happiness comes from simpler things. A cool place to rest. A safe corner beneath the earth. A quiet night untouched by danger. The desert cat has seen storms powerful enough to bury entire landscapes. He has watched precious water disappear beneath endless heat. He has crossed lonely distances where survival depended on every careful decision. Yet none of these hardships hardened his spirit completely. Instead, they taught him the importance of building calmness from within. That is the true secret hidden inside his life beneath the sands. Safety is not something handed to him by the world. It is something he creates patiently with his own effort. Again and again, he digs downward, not to escape life, but to protect the fragile peace inside himself. Perhaps that is why his story feels so comforting to those who are tired. Deep down, many people long for exactly what the desert cat has already discovered. A quiet place untouched by noise. A hidden room where anxiety cannot follow. A small corner of the world where breathing becomes easy again. In the modern world, people spend so much time running across emotional deserts, searching desperately for somewhere to rest. Yet the desert cat reminds us that peace is rarely found on the surface. Sometimes it must be carefully carved out beneath the chaos, one patient movement at a time. As night fully settles across the desert, the winds finally begin to calm. The dunes cool beneath the silver glow of the moon, and the endless sea of sand becomes soft and dreamlike. Once more, the desert cat disappears into the shelter he created with his own paws. Inside that deep chamber beneath the earth, the world becomes quiet again. No noise reaches him there. No fear follows him there. Only stillness remains. And in that stillness, wrapped safely within the cool embrace of the desert, the little desert cat finally closes his eyes and falls peacefully asleep.